Hey, we're here today to learn how to do a drop-down menu with CSS and HTML. And the first thing we're going to do is load in our markup. Gotta love Emmet with its code helps there. Okay. I'm going to skip all the usual stuff. You would, of course, want a wrapper and a header and the nav and the main and the footer and all that wonderful stuff. We're going to focus today only on the navigation, though. And so here we go. So we're going to make a div to hold our drop-down menu. I'm giving it a class so that I can control it. I will be creating other divs. Now we need an element that's going to trigger the drop down. So this is going to be a button. And the other item that's going to be in my drop-down container will be the actual drop-down content, but it is going to be inside of its own div. That's the drop-down content, and now I'm going to go ahead and put my links in there. Notice I'm using a hashtag for my link. That's called a null link, and it is just to make this a link item. It's not going to actually go anywhere. You would, of course, put a proper URL in there, either absolute or relative. Okay, so right now what we have is a container for our navigation, a button to trigger the navigation, and then the actual links that you will feature in your dropdown. Right now this code looks just like this, okay, because these elements do not have a text format. So they're not a list, they're not paragraphs, they're just words that are linked. Okay, the first thing that I want to give a little bit of a style is our button. So I'm going to say dot drop btn, that's our class. And just a little background color. Maybe I'll make it a nice coral color. A little bit of space around it. Okay, here we go. So we've got our drop button that matches this class name right here for our button, and you can see we've turned it this coral color and we've given it some padding. Next we want to define the parent element for this nav. So this element, we've got to define what its positioning is going to be and how it's going to be displayed. Let me explain why we need these. Probably don't notice really any change right now with them. But if you remember back, if you want to have elements inside of a parent be positioned absolutely, the parent needs to be relative. So these items in here are going to be absolute positioned within this parent. So this parent does need that position of relative. Now, putting it display inline allows us to stack several drop-down menus next to one another. So if this was a full menu bar with our menu and our specials and another drop-down next to it, we would need it to be so that they can be inline block. Okay, so that's what that's doing, allowing us to add more drop-down menus next to one another. Now we want to style that box that's going to hold the links. So this, we've got to style how that is going to be. Now you know that is a child of this div, so this has to be absolute positioned within its parent. Here's that position absolute. And let's give it a background color. There we go. Now we can see that box. We see it's got a background color. I'm going to give it a Z index because when this drops down, I want it to drop down on top of everything else. Whatever else is on the page, this will be on top of it. So I'm going to give it a Z index value of 10. And there's one more declaration that I need to add, and that's going to be display of none, because I want it to be invisible unless the user does something. But I'm not going to do that quite yet because I want to style all of these links, and we won't be able to see what we're doing if I put that in there. So we'll come back to that. Now we need drop down.
Okay.
Space A. So this is saying in the parent drop-down content, the child element A. So all links inside that parent element. I'm just using that combinator there so that I get all of those links and none of the other links that may be on the page. I'll give a little bit of a style here, color. There we go. I don't want them next to one another, so I am going to give them a display. Look. And I think I'll take away that underline. That's the text declaration. I'm going to say none. There we go. No underline. Maybe I'll give them a little bit of space around them because they're kind of congested together. So I'll give them some margin of 3 pixels. That looks a little bit better. Okay, excellent. In that drop-down content, we want to do that display none. And there they went. It disappeared. We're not going to see them again until we do the interactive stuff with those pseudo classes. That does it for the basic. Okay, so we've got our drop-down. When we hover over the drop-down, we want this to happen to the child. We're going to identify the child element here. Drop down content. And we want that display to change from hidden to block. There we go. Now it's working. Okay, cool. Now we want to deal with the links that are inside it. It's not enough to just be able to hover over this. We want these links to highlight. So we need another pseudo class. So drop down dash content. Okay, that's the parent. A hover. So this means that the pseudo class state is placed on the link, not on the parent container. And this is just going to be a little bit of style. So what color do we want for the background? So we're going to give it a little bit of color there. See what happens. Hey! And you can add whatever you want to this style. If you want the font to change, you can do a font weight. See what happens to that font? It gets really nice and big. Excellent. And now if you want it to react when the user clicks, we're going to add one more pseudo class, and that's for the active state. So it's going to be this same rule. Copy. Only I want the pseudo class to be active as the user is actively clicking. I want to change that background color to something funky. How about this deep pink? Hover. Nice. And active. Very good. All right, just to review. So we have sort of a nested structure here of links nested inside a parent, which is itself nested inside a larger parent with the button. For style, the important stuff is changing your position and your display. All the rest of this has to do with color and margin, spacing, that kind of stuff, but you want to control that position and display for your different elements. Then you want to come down and add the interactivity, which is going to be those pseudo classes of hover and of active. Okay? Excellent. Have a great rest of your day and have fun making your own drop-down menu.